So we really need to have a podcast. It really is like your .com from the 90s, as you said. People were thinking, I don't need one of those. Everybody else has one. We got to have a podcast somehow. And it's sometimes hard to measure the ROI. But if you see that you got to do this investment somehow, because if you don't, people are going to be passing you up and being in front of your client, your investor, your customer. Somebody else who's louder than you is going to be in front of them, and they're going to forget about you. There's some friends that I have that almost never call me, but they're like my favorite people. And then I have other friends who are friends. I genuinely like them. Not as much as I like that other person, but this friend and I stay in touch a little bit more. So sometimes when I'm thinking about going and doing something, I think about the person that I spoke with more recently, that I heard their voice, that I know that they're around, that I know what they're up to, versus the person that I just have a stronger, genuine connection with. So definitely, you definitely want to have it. So let's talk about the timeline of the ROI. Let's talk about affiliate, beta, capital, and a couple of branding mistakes, monetizing quickly, pod tech. I'm going to start here. Your husband, you said pod tech and administrative work for what? For your company or for your podcast or for both?
For both. He is in IT, specializes in automated deployment, so way higher level than what I'm doing, but he would be really good at automating the marketing. And I have a good lead generation system going, but I don't have a good lead capture system going. So people come in, and unless they reach out to me, there's nothing going out to them, because I'm not great at the email marketing. I'm not great at texting or calling, dialing for dollars, any of that. And so I'm relying on a lot of inbound and trying to stay front of mind so that they remember to call me. And so that part of my business is really a wreck. And that's what he's really good at. So if he could dedicate the time to what we're doing over here with content creation, lead management, and capital raising, we could really get a lot more traction. But he is starting to feel like the W-2 is holding him back from helping me get over some of the hurdles that I'm having in my business with just cash flow and being able to afford systems, afford assistance. I reinvest 99.9% of what I make, and I need to pull off some sort of a budget so that I can run my business. And so getting the budget, figuring out how much to spend on it, what the timeline is, like, okay, if we budget this much for 6 months, then maybe we can increase the budget for the next 6 months. We need to start seeing some sort of an ROI so that we can continue to justify the expenses, because things are about to get real tight around here. I cannot keep reinvesting as much as I have been, but I don't really know how much to hold back for overhead.
Okay. All right. So she wants to monetize quickly, not make a brand mistake. So
if we make mistakes, I want them to be manageable and we can easily iterate and pivot off of those mistakes. I don't want to find that I'm 2 years down the road and I've been barking up the wrong tree.
Yep. So with the brand mistakes, it's just something that a lot of people do. Most people do a lot of branding mistakes. And I know your business pretty well, Emma, just since I've been in it as well. And we have so many clients. We have a ton of clients that are syndicators or real estate coaches that wanted to grow their podcast. And so they came to us. So not only is it a business that I have a lot of experience in, but we've also serve a lot of people just like you. And most of them make the brand mistakes, especially if they do it without us, like if they do it on their own, they normally do. And B, if they're working with me and they're coaching with me and they're in front of me on a discovery call or an onboarding call, then I don't really get frustrated, but it is a conversation that I have frequently with syndicators because of something that almost what you said, Emma, in a way. You said you're going to do the affiliate stuff, you're going to raise capital, and you also want to do the beta. And this is in a way close to the mistake that a lot of syndicators make without our help, or even try to make while I'm in front of them and I have to slap them.